Well, first of all, Sunflower Mama, that's my line. Hello, hello, hello. How you guys all doing? Max Voltage here. And first thing, happy Pie Day. Hopefully you've all had a chance to have some pie today. I know it's not that kind of pie, but hey, used to know pie out to 100 places. Don't ask me why. Anyway, only know it out to 10 now. Anyway, Raspberry Day. It's not a bad. That's another kind of pie, I suppose. Anyway, and top of the morning to ya. Happy St. Patty's Day, since it is St. Patty's Day week as well. So definitely a lot of things to celebrate this week. So yeah, I haven't had as much time to prepare for this as I've had for other ones. Obviously, I've been a little busy with a few projects. I put out a solar video this morning. Need to do some finishing touches on that. And I'll do that after this, as well as I did the live stream yesterday, but don't have that up because I need to remove some information from it before I can put it up, as well as I have still those 2 hours of video to go through for the installation of the Flux node. So, anyway, but yeah, definitely exciting news this week with the the collateral halving for Flux. We definitely have gone up in the number of nodes that are out there. Profitability is down, but still, I think good. We all knew it was going to go down, and it might go back up a little bit when some of the Cumulus nodes move to Nimbus. And I'll go through a little bit of that tonight. I think those people that watch all my videos maybe seem like this is hammering it, but I mean, I think this is really exciting news. I think you see from a lot of the crypto YouTubers are excited about Flux, and there's a lot of reasons for it. It's very interesting. They're trying a lot of new things. Yeah, it's an exciting project. Definitely love it. So first off, I want to say thank you to my first member, TPS Miner. So I do have membership open. It does give you those cool emojis that I had made by good old Kong Vector, as well as it does give you access to a special channel over on the Misfit Mining under Max Voltage. There is a special channel for members. I have a notification for that specific channel on there. So I'll definitely be looking at it at least once a day. So yeah, if you got something to tell me, that's the place to go. Probably within the next couple of weeks, I'm actually going to turn off my DMs. What I'm finding is that most other mods have turned off their DMs. So I'm getting all the DMs from any type of question from subscribers to the Discords that they're like, hey, why can't I do this? How can I do this? And yeah, I'm just going to go along with everybody else at that point. But anyway, thank you, TPS Miner. Appreciate you being the first member. All right, well, let's do a roll call. Well, thank you, Mining King. Appreciate you joining. And Pearl Rival. Thank you guys for joining. I really appreciate it. Becoming member 2 and 3. Pearl Rival is son of a different mother, I guess, because he always calls me dad. And the Mining King is my PUBG buddy. We've been having a lot of fun playing PUBG. So again, thank you to you two becoming members. All right, let me do an overall roll call. Veteran Miner, appreciate you being here. Golden Wolf, drive safe. Appreciate you listening in on your drive to wherever you are going. And Chump Change for definitely thanking you for letting me be a part of this crazy misfit mining journey with you. New England Crypto, Mining King, Automatic Beats, Mike the Miner, Pleb Marvin. I like that name. Good old Yankee. Dude, where's my car? This isn't where I parked my car. Anyway, let's see. And Sunflower Mama, of course. Lee, Red Llama Crypto, thank you for being here. Or is it really Red Llama Crypto? Because maybe, is that a Spanish word? I'm just kidding you. I know it's llama. Anyway, Unboxing Project, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Let's see who else we got here. Titan 384, BDR 342. That's a really big mouthful. Maybe there's a shortened version of that. But anyway, thank you for being here. Hollywood, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Well, we'll talk a little bit about the HOA meeting if you want. It was actually pretty basic. Anyway, they were actually pretty receptive. Anyway, I'll talk about that in a little bit. Let's see, who have I missed? Atomic Star, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. She was my stand-in at the HOA meeting until I got there, so I appreciated her giving moral support to Sunflower Mama while I was waiting to get there. Let's see. John Germain, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. DJ Mines, how are ya? Missed you last night playing some PUBG. We only had 2 of us last night. I definitely needed the break. Anyway, some crazy stuff with work. CZ Bastard, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Let's see. Did I hit everybody? So far, I think I've hit everybody. So, all right. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. So, HOA meeting. Our HOA is pretty basic. It's we have wetlands, so we have to have an HOA for that meeting, for that reason. And really, that's the main reason. So, the one thing they haven't provided was a balance sheet. And so I didn't know how much money they had in their reserves. And I've always found that to kind of be like they were trying to hide it. So I went in there, and on the sheet they gave to everybody that came to the meeting was the reserve amount. Now it was incorrect and an extra 1, which really made me alarmed. Like $1 million, like in a reserve fund? Are you kidding me? And they're like, no, that's not it. Think about it. We've only been collecting $10,000 a year from everybody that we've been collecting more than that, but 10,000 of what we've been collecting has been going into the reserve fund for like 12, 13, 14 years. So yeah, we have 172,000. Anyway, bottom line is that was my main reason. And then the other thing was, what's our goal for the reserve fund? You know, I just kind of wanted to know like, are we there? Are we going to be there anytime soon? And they basically said that, anyway, there's a lot of detail to it, but I was satisfied with their answers. They were very open and transparent, which I pretty much expected on a topic like this. It's money. You can't really not be transparent about it. There's reports, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, that was really the extent of it. And we had some nice conversations. So it was only 2 families from 269 homes, 2 homeowners were represented there. So that tells you that if you had 100 people there, that tells you that the board for the homeowners association was doing something wrong. So the fact that it was only 2, yeah, they're doing okay. I have my moments where I'm not happy with them, but doing okay. All right. Yes. Let's see. Let me go back up, see where I was tagged. Are they foreclosing on you? No, they are not foreclosing on me. We had some issues, a few, I don't know why my wife's dancing. I guess I'll find out if I look at some comments, but anyway, they're not foreclosing on us. A few years ago, we did have, some back and forth with one of the neighbors that is now over, and I'm glad it's over. And, that's, I won't talk out of turn on that, but let's just say that, it is over. Thankfully, they were difficult to deal with for a short period of time, but I managed to figure out a way to kind of make them stop, you know, with the shenanigans, the shenaniganizing. So anyway, so no, they did not do any eye rolls at our questions, which was nice. Let's see what else. So yeah, if you have any questions for me, please tag me. Yeah. You should have turned your DMs off a while ago. Even I have mine off. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I like to help people. So the problem is that when they're like not willing to follow instructions on how to become a subscriber and how do you get verified and all those kinds of things that are all documented for you, gets a little frustrating. So anyway, so thank you, TPS Miner. I appreciate that. And thank you for the super chat 56. Very much appreciate it. And Integra Guy, I love that name. And thank you for becoming a member of OnlyFlans. Appreciate it very much. All right, let me see if I'm tagged anywhere else. Yeah, tell HOA they need to give extra privilege to those who secure the network. Yeah, that's probably not happening. But at least we don't have any regulations that if I ever wanted to put up a helium antenna outside the house on the roof, we do not have any regulations against that. Although there's been lawsuits and things where homeowners associations really can't tell you what you can put on your own roof. You're in a townhome homeowners association. That's a different story where you may not own your roof. You just own the interior. That's a different story, but there's been some lawsuits where homeowners have won every single time because it is their roof and they have their right to put an antenna up. So anyway, like I said, they're dancing to super chat music. That's what she was dancing to. Got it. I'm sitting here looking at her next to me. Can you guys hear her typing, by the way? I'm just kind of curious. I think I see it come up on it every once in a while. It's not angry typing, I'll tell you that much. Anyway. All right. Hey, Tains, thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. Tains is my Flux buddy. I know that sounds bad, but anyway, which is why I said it. I figured to get people get a kick out of that. But we've been working together to get our Flux nodes going and been helping each other out. So definitely appreciate all your help and helping each other. So definitely. All righty, let's see. Oh, Teaspoon Miner, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Let me see what else I might have missed. There's just so much space between the tags that sometimes I know I'm missing. Well, I appreciate, Tatan, that you like the green plaid. Definitely appreciate that. All righty. ABMNS says, heard about that story with XFX China caught being smuggling its own GPU into mainland China for mining. 5,000 GPUs. Yeah, I saw some headlines from YouTubers that were talking about that. I didn't actually catch the story other than through that. So yeah, pretty interesting. Yeah, China's made it very clear. No mining. No mining. I would think, why wouldn't you just be trying to smuggle them out instead of smuggle them in? I don't know where XFX manufactures, but I know a lot of them manufacture in China, although some have moved to Taiwan. By the way, it's one of the reasons why EVGA can keep their prices lower, because they manufacture in Taiwan that is not subject to tariffs. That is why EVGA can keep the prices down. So, and I think Asus had moved to Taiwan, but they just kept their prices high anyway. So, alrighty. No, we can't. Oh, we can't hear her. Okay, good. I thought you said you can't hear me. I'm like, what? Yes, hit the likes. Good for the YouTube algorithm. So appreciate all that. So you like that, Tains, huh? Fluxing around the town. What is that going to be? The new OnlyFans? It's going to be Flux Buddy. Anyway, got to keep it clean. I don't want to be banned by YouTube. Oh, you have to, oh my God, you have to put in a submission for anything you do for your HOA veteran miner. God, that stinks. Yeah, I mean, we had our roof replaced. We had our siding replaced. We didn't have to get anything for those. I think one of the things they did say was that if you were changing the color significantly, then you did have to apply for approval, which was kind of stupid, but as long as you were doing the same color, they didn't care. And that's the thing, is it would only become an issue if somebody complained. So if you're doing the same color, then I can still remember people 3 doors down. We have a blue house. It's just kind of unusual. It's not like a standard color or anything you see around, and it looks really nice. We love our house. Well, people 3 doors down really liked it, so they ended up getting a similar color. It wasn't the same color. Now, we had our house resided with the same color because it was the closest color we could find to our current color. Anyway, but they were concerned that we were going to be upset that they were copying us. We're like, no, it's fine. You're 3 doors down. If you like blue, hey, it's your house. You know, so anyway, but they have white trim, we have beige trim, so there is still a difference between the houses. So anyway, alrighty, let's see. There's been a lot of tags here. Oh, K-Spec, hey, thanks for being here, appreciate it. You don't own the townhome roof until they come to you with a bill to pay for it. Yeah, that's very true. Special assessments are the specials of HOAs with townhomes. Beautiful thing. Or condo associations. Yeah, nobody tells you what to do when you live acres into the woods. That's for sure. They only got in trouble because they were mislabeled to save on taxes and such, from what I read. Oh, okay. Interesting. Like I said, I didn't really read too much into that. I've actually been trying to really focus on getting, doing some things for the channel and getting things out, getting content out, except in between to unwind with the frustration of work. I was playing some PUBG. So yeah, PUBG, YouTube, work, pretty much what I do. And live streams every now and then. Drives around with a beer in his hand and a golf cart. Best HOA ever. Yeah, as long as he's really chill. That's fine. Like I said, unless somebody's bothering you, you know, just let them be, is the way I look at it, unless they're causing you problems of some sort. So anyway, yeah, trying to get around taxes. K-Spec repping Grove Street today. I don't know what Grove Street is. Is you referring to the green blue flannel, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, let me know what you're referring to, K-Spec. Sorry, I'm lost. My flu shakes brings all the boys to the, my Flux shakes brings all the boys to the yard. Nice. Yeah, they probably would care about being in the woods and all. If you were doing that, but 3 doors down. Oh, 3 door down. Got it. Anyway, Mining King just got the last payout from Hyvon. I have moved all rigs to Flex Pool, so I'll do a 90-day comparison. Cool. Be really interested to see what your results are on that. So yeah, I think you're definitely going to find that when you compare it to Mining Pool's profits, you're going to see that Hyvon, that Mining Pool's profits shows is in fact the truth, that Hyvon does have lower payouts. So we'll see. Do the 90-day test and we'll find out. Of course, that'll be just in time for the merge, so it may not matter. You might want to do something after 30 days instead of after 90 days so that it actually means something maybe. But anyway, oh, Baldini, good to see you, man. And I need your link to, in fact, post it here, link to your Amazon store. I need it. I want to put it in my comments. Awesome. I love that sign. You guys completely surprised me. I had no idea. I mean, look at that thing. That thing is a thing of beauty. Absolutely love it. So again, thank you very much, Baldini. Let's see. I lost track of where I was here. Oh, we don't own the HOA yet. New construction. Yeah. Yeah. The HOA isn't turned over to the homeowners until I know ours was like 70% of the homes were sold, something like that. So yeah, the builder owns it until then, which is actually a good thing because the builder tries to do as little as possible. So, and we did too when we first started. Grove Street, is that from Grand Theft Auto? Yeah, like I said, I'm lost. I don't play Grand Theft Auto. Oh, green flannel. Oh, okay. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Okay, got it. Reference I wouldn't get. Alrighty, let's see. Pearl saying lost you, Max. Not sure what you were referring to. Did my audio drop out? The merge is a myth. No, unfortunately, it's not a myth. It's gonna happen. Don't know exactly when, but it's gonna happen. And so even with the VPS cloud, under 25 megabit upload won't stand a chance. So I'm not sure what you're referring to, Pearl, but I'll get into that and profitability and stuff like that. Oh, Mining King. Yeah, I was going to get into that in a little bit. So, okay. So let me move over to the webcam or the right screen, I should say. Anyway, everything is starting to turn green, and wow, Luna, interesting project. Actually, I've been hearing some things about it. I have not done a ton of research on it. We'll probably be looking into that a little bit more, but it's the one dark green, really dark green. And there's another dark green. I don't know. I can't see. It's a smaller project. I don't even know what that is. Anyway, but one of the YouTubers that I watch had done a video on Luna, and I was kind of like, that's pretty interesting. Max Maher. Anyway, it's something that I may do a follow-up video from his video, just to kind of try something out that he had suggested with a little bit of money and see how well it does. But yeah, there's definitely places of, Link is up. So yeah, there's definitely some places at dark green. So overall, markets at least looking a little bit good. Oh, Baldini says, my store isn't ready yet until I get inventory in it, like a week. All right, well, good. Once that happens, let me know, and you can post it here. I will post it on my description, talk about it. So anyway, Baldini is a great guy and he does good work. What you guys ranting about tonight? Hey, welcome Y2K Anonymous. Appreciate you being here. And Dakota Miner as well. All right, and Mass Boost. Wow, people are trickling in. So again, sorry about going late, or coming on late. But anyway, so let's talk a little bit about Flux nodes. I'm sure a lot of you guys know this, so I'll go over this quickly. So the Cumulus halving happened on Sunday. So went from 10,000 flux requirement down to 1,000 flux. One of the other things that just came up today, and thank you Taines for letting me know about that, is that they're now going to be allowing, and I don't know exact time frame, but it's going to be very soon, they're going to be allowing multiple nodes from a single WAN IP. So that's going to be pretty interesting. I may try to get another node going, or two possibly. So we'll see. I'm going to take a look at some other hardware. I've already got the Pi going. I want to see maybe like a Dell Micro or something like that. See how many nodes I could possibly get running on one machine with multiple VMs. So these are all things that I've never done before. Well, shouldn't say never. I helped my daughter set up a VM, but that was like paint by numbers VM. Like literally I had no idea what I was doing other than just following instructions. So I think it'd be kind of an interesting project to get some VMs going for this. So we'll see. So I may get a couple more of those going. But again, am I doing it for profitability? Maybe. I guess that's the definite maybe. So let me talk a little bit more about this. So Nimbus is going to be going down to 12,500, and Stratus from 100,000 is going down to 40,000 flux. So all of these are dropping, but they haven't dropped yet. So you have people that are on Cumulus at 10,000, but they're so close to Nimbus that they probably will upgrade to Nimbus. And we'll go over that in a little bit. But these are the times at which Nimbus transitions on the 19th. And Stratus does it a little over a week later on the 27th. And again, it's by block numbers, so it's going to vary. Originally, this was supposed to be on March 13th. It ended up, on March 12th, and ended up being on March 13th. So because of the block times vary. So at any rate, and there's some other things that are coming down the road, you know, Titan staking with 250 flux, where you're paying somebody else for the, they're going to take a fee for staking your 250 flux with a bunch of other people. Basically, it's like a staking pool. So, and then Cirrus node, which is only 5 flux required. So some more things coming down the road for that. So going back, the question was profitability, and I haven't seen what it is. I saw it a couple hours ago, and let's see if it is any different. Go to economics, go to dashboard, economics, and we're at less than $80. So Cirrus node, when it was requirement of 10,000 flux, 10,000 years. Anyway, was just over $200. Now it's only requirement of 1,000, and you're making 80. That's not so bad. So I look at it as I'm making $80 a month, and even if it goes down to 50, it cost me $250 for the Pi. Okay, with the Pi and the special case I have, basically all in $250, way more than you should have to spend for a Pi, but they're really hard to get. So yeah, I mean, so at 50, even if it went down to $50, you know, it's a 5-month payback. I mean, wouldn't you be really happy if your GPUs had a 5-month payback at this point? So yeah, and now you have the ability to do 8 nodes, and you could always go and expand out to VPSs if you wanted. So yeah, obviously the only limiting factor is the amount of flux you have. So yeah, I'm not going to go too crazy with it at this point, but yeah, I'm definitely intrigued. I'm definitely intrigued. So anyway, so that's what the current profitability is. Nimbus will come down because I believe and this will probably come up a bit. But here's the thing. If you can stake 8 of these for 8,000 flux at $80, that's $640 a month. But you need 10,000 for, sorry, 12,500 for Nimbus, and it's $500. So why wouldn't you just do this, more of these and less of these? Well, again, it's different categories. So it's not always, it's kind of, it's not like a GPU, because a GPU is very static, and how a 3060 Ti and a 3070 and a 3090, how they're all going to always be different from one another by the same amount on an algorithm. In this case, though, it's going to depend on, this is more like almost like different coins. So if everybody goes to Cumulus because it's more profitable per GPU, then, and everybody goes here, that's going to make the other ones more profitable and less, just more GPUs overall are coming onto the network. So yeah, it's not exactly the same, but it's going to be interesting to see how this all pans out, is really what it comes down to. You know, if you look at this one versus, you know, Stratus versus Nimbus, you know, you have 12,500. So you're looking at little over 3 times, and that's over 3 times the profitability. So definitely if somebody has 40,000 Flux, yeah, I think it makes sense to do a Stratus. VPS does cost considerably more, but you also make considerably more as well. Your VPS cost actually doesn't make as big of a difference. So speaking of VPS, and then after that, I'll go back to and scroll up and find the questions. So I'm getting tagged a lot. So Contabo was one of the ones I had mentioned, and I know a lot of people were having trouble because they weren't getting the write speed requirement for passing the benchmark. And I've received some messages that basically said, hey, I just contacted Contabo, said, hey, I'm not getting the write, and they may do something pretty quickly, and lo and behold, you now pass the benchmarks because they increased your write speed. So keep that in mind. Maybe a little bit of an issue with Contabo, but it sounds like an issue that can be easily resolved. I have no affiliation with Contabo. I just like their pricing. The pricing looks great, but yeah, there's plenty of them out there. I would just look into it, just make sure it meets the requirements that you need. And like I said, I'll probably be doing some through VPSs. Like I said, I'm trying to see if I could maybe do like a Dell Micro or something. Anyway, looking into other things. I haven't really gotten that far in looking at that, but all right, let me scroll up. Okay, I already went past that. Okay. All right, ABMNS says Shenzhen is currently locked down because of COVID-19. Be mindful of possible supply chain issues in the upcoming weeks/months. Yeah, not surprising. The supply chain is so bad. We get product from American Samoa, and the plant that we get stuff from there, this is food, is shut down. So from one of our customers. So yeah, there's lots of stuff going on around the world. Yeah, so just keep that in mind. This is the reason why we've got inflation, people. It's because we have supply chain issues and unexpected effects of the pandemic. Yeah, there's huge effects, and it's going to take a while to get through this. Once we, we're somewhat through it in the US, it seems like we're doing better. I don't think we're ever going to be fully through it, but at least that's kind of my view on it. It's become the new normal. So, but we have to get through what effect we've had. I mean, containers are in the absolute wrong places. Ships are in the absolute wrong places of where they normally are. We have to get those back to the norm of getting that steady shipment and steady unloading and loading and all that kind of stuff that needs to take place. Until that happens, we're going to continue to have problems all the way along the supply chain. So anyway, what's your expected ROI from the 1K Flux? I don't have one. I really don't have one because I don't know where it's going to end up. I think there's still more coming online. So like I said, I did it as a fun little project, so I didn't really have an expectation. I'm hoping it kind of ends up with where it is right now. We've had the initial, surge of new nodes coming online. I think there's going to be some more nodes coming online over the next few days, but there may be some of these Cumulus nodes that will go up to Nimbus in an effort to try to, get that next profitability bump up there. So for people that don't want to run more than one node, they'll just lump it all into one and only run the Nimbus node. So And especially if they have their own hardware at home and they're running it out of their home, they, like I said, for simplicity, they may only want to have one node that they're running. So, you know, running multiple nodes, the one thing I worry about is, you know, they require 2.5 terabits of data and they require 25 megabits per second upload. If you have 2 nodes, 3 nodes, 4 nodes, obviously you're probably gonna be accessing it at different times, but at some point you're gonna get to the point where you're not gonna have 25 megabits upload per second if you're at 35 megabits per second. So yeah, that's my other concern. So I'm kind of trying to see, I probably won't do more than 3. I'm not going to test my luck past that. But we'll see. Like I said, these are all kind of pie in the sky ideas I have right now. Don't know exactly when I'm going to get them done. Or even how easy it might be to get the hardware to do it. So anyway, we'll see. All right. Atomic Star. Even then his instructions were terrible for setting up the VM. Oh yeah. The professor. Yeah. So we had to kind of really, yeah, it was kind of a paint by numbers, but you had to correct the colors, I guess, to go along with that analogy. We had to fix the problems that he had. And the problem specifically was he was doing an install on a computer that only had 1 drive. And we were installing all of this software on her secondary drive. So not her boot drive. And that was what was causing some of the problems. So we had to kind of do some searches, figure out how we needed to map things, and we figured it out. Let's see. Yep, there we go. Oracle VirtualBox is what she uses. I don't know what I'm going to use, but since I have some experience with that, I might do that. But she's doing it on a Windows machine and having like a Linux VM on a Windows machine. I won't be doing that. I'm going to do a Linux install and have VMs within Linux. So it'll be different. Unbox Project says, get an older PowerEdge tower server, T440 maybe, throw ESXi on there and virtualize a butt ton of VMs if they allow for the same public IP, or there is always VPN. Like I said, I'm still figuring that out, but I appreciate the idea. PowerEdge tower server. I'll remember that. Hey, and Slick Nick, appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. Just making sure. Yep. All right. Muramet says VMs are fun. They said. Anyway, as of today, I'm running Cumulus Flux node on a Hyper-V VM on my lab server, Windows Server 2016. Nice. One thing to keep in mind though, make sure it doesn't reboot, because if you reboot, it takes a certain number of blocks to basically become trusted, and you get put to the back of the line. So you know what, never mind, keep going on that. Get put to the back of the line, it means I'll be back in line quicker. Anyway, I'll talk about that in a little bit as well, where I'm at in line. I know I'm under 1,000 now. I was at 1,800, I'm at like 900. So right now it looks like it's going to be approximately a little over 2 days with where we're at. That I'll be getting a payout basically. So we'll see where that goes. Integra Guide. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, bumped up. There we go. Does your node say you have any rewards yet? No, I do not have any rewards yet. It's kind of like trying to get into buying a GPU on a queue. You're going to get bumped out until finally you learn what the trick was. And finally I got in, but a lot of other people got in before me, so they'll get their first payouts before I will. Pearl Rival says, limiting factor appears to be bandwidth. If that represents upload, most will not be able to run more than 1. Yeah. Again, because this is one of the other things. I'd like to get a router that can measure what the actual amount transmitted is over a period of time. So I'm looking into that as well, either building one or buying one. Anyway, we'll see how that goes. I definitely want to get some increased security with all the stuff I got running. So Oh, by using a VPS, does this allow for 15-second downtimes in internet connection or spikes in upload demand? I have no idea. I think honestly, I'm going to be learning along the way. If I see any type of reset in my my position, where I am in line, I'll be looking into why that may have happened. But so far so good. My position in line keeps chunking down, which is good. So hopefully that will be a good sign. Oh wow, Cisco has 40+ week lead time for new switches and firewalls. Wow. Yeah, I wasn't planning on going that expensive, but that's crazy. Think about it this way. This is not a good time to be in sales, because salespeople like to sell things and they can't sell things. As I've mentioned before, I work in logistics and we have to buy pallets. We can't always get the pallets. It's ridiculous. And they have salespeople that go out and sell these pallets and they got nothing to sell. So yeah, it's like I said, supply chain is bad all over. Don't forget that Flux collateral and earnings are eligible for parallel assets for the snapshot. Yeah, actually. Oh yes, good point. So there's going to be a snapshot coming up in May, and there'll be 2 additional parallel assets. So yes, that snapshot of what you have made from mining as well as parallel assets will be part of that snapshot in your Zelcore wallet. Make sure you have it in your Zelcore wallet, and you'll get a nice airdrop of additional Flux based upon how much you have in your wallet in May. So keep that in mind. Again, kind of a cool thing. They have right now, they've said that they're going to have 10 parallel assets. So that would put them up to 7. And yeah, Mining King, they think the node stuff is fun and interesting. And that's the thing. It's like the new toy. Honestly, it's like a new toy. It's just interesting. All right. You should install a pfSense firewall. It has tools for monitoring network bandwidth. You could give us real world data for the Flux nodes. That was the plan. The biggest problem I have with doing that is basically I'd be turning in a Wi-Fi router from a router into just an access point. And I hate to pay for a piece of hardware that supposedly is a good router, but yeah, it doesn't. So I don't know. What I need to do is I need to find a bad router, but a good Wi-Fi access point. That acts as a good Wi-Fi access point. You look up access points and you'll see Ubiquity or whatever, things that you put up on your ceiling. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something to put right next to the router. I can build a computer as a router, a pfSense computer. And so anyway, actually, speaking of that, actually, there's Argon. Do I still have that? Yeah, this is the case I have for the Raspberry Pi, and love it. And the makers of this Argon actually have a Raspberry Pi NAS case, which I'm really intrigued with, and I'm thinking about building a NAS using that case. So anyway, I got a lot of projects I'd love to do, not enough money to do them all. But anyway, we'll see. Hence the reason why I definitely want to put more content out, hopefully get a little bit more money from the channel that can help fund some of these things. So anyway, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I definitely have some ideas of building a Raspberry Pi NAS, as well as building a pfSense router. So Unraid is good. I've talked to some people. pfSense seems to have a little bit more resources. Oh, you were talking about for NAS. Anyway, ESXi is a hypervisor that lets you virtualize multiple OSs instead of Linux OS to virtualize more OSs. Save on your physical virtual resources, vCPU and such. Okay. Not sure what all that means, but I'll be doing, obviously I'll be looking into it a bit more. Unboxing project, I do this for a living. HME, yeah, hit me up in Discord. All right, definitely appreciate that very, very much. Well, 2 days isn't that long, so I'm synced. I've been synced since before the thing even happened. It's, you get paid out in a round robin. So basically all the nodes are taking turns at this point, and it tells you where you are in line. So I'm not going to show you because I don't want to dox my IP address. Hence the reason why I turned off I basically made private yesterday's live stream. So I'll be fixing that and making it available. But yeah, so anyway, I don't want to dox myself, but where did it go? I got to bring it back up. Oh, and this is the other thing that's interesting. I'm not going to hit them up or anything. Come on. Yes, I know it's up to date. Let me drag it. Let me drag it. There we go. All right, let me log in. So when you become a node operator, you're supposed to be able to get the Zolcore Plus features, but I haven't gotten that yet. So I'm thinking it's because of the fact that I haven't gotten a payout as a node operator. So if I don't get the features after I get a payout, then I'm going to start kind of making a little bit of noise on the Discord and say, hey, what's going on here? So, all right. I don't think I can do this without doxing myself. So come on. Yeah, right now I'm at rank 956. So I've got a bit of ways to go. Excuse me. Drink of water. Baldini, where the heck did you get that? Where did you get a Pi 4 8GB kit? Was there one at Micro Center? I totally want to know where you got that and how you got it so quick. Or do you just have it on pre-order? If you're done showing us stuff on desktop, go back to webcam. Okay. Daughter's trying to teach me how to do YouTube because she's better at it than I am. Fair enough. I will go back to my headshot. She's prettier than I am though, so there you go. All right, let me see where I was. Did that. Oh, I have a spare Ubiquiti USG firewall that is collecting dust. If you will use it and create content, I will send it to you. I'll hit you up on Discord. Don't know anything about that, but let me look into it and see if that's something I want to work with. I mean, I like free. I mean, I'm not saying, but I don't want you to send it to me if I decide I'm not going to use it, and then what do I do with it? So definitely we'll check that out. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Very much appreciate it. So that's a good question. So do you think I can run a node with a plain plastic case? I don't know, and I didn't want to take the chance. I wanted the Raspberry Pi to last a long time. So this particular one has a programmable fan. So the fan doesn't really run that high. It probably runs on 40 or 70% most of the time. So it's basically between 40 and 50 degrees most of the time C. So keeping it low. So I don't know. It's a $45 case. I thought it was cheap insurance is the way I looked at it. I mean, I hate the fact that I bought the kit with it in there and now I'm not doing anything with the kit, but I figured it was, like I said, good insurance. Jeff Gearling's YouTube channel might be of interest to you, all things Raspberry Pi. All right, I will definitely check it out. Thank you, I appreciate that. Let's see here. Let me just take a quick look. Mining booms. Good to see you here. Automatic Beats. I don't think I said hi yet, so I appreciate you being here. All right. Oh, Baldini got one on eBay from New Jersey. Oh, is it little bit more than retail? because that thing's supposed to only be like $70 by, board alone. Curious, but anyway, I'll take a look at it. Yeah, me too, so I can get one tomorrow. Got it from some guy's trunk. Ooh, they select everyone after it closes. I'm not sure what. Oh, that's talking about the MNTD queue. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Actually, I'm really glad I looked at my email because I signed up. If you signed up, make sure you verify from the follow-on email. I had forgotten to do that. I did it today, so I think I'm still within the time frame for the MNTD queue. So yeah, if you did sign up, make sure you verify. If you don't verify, don't think you're actually in the queue. So definitely a step you need to do. Let's see. That's it. I'm going to scalp my Raspberry Pi 4s on eBay and put the kids through college. Yeah, it's a little crazy what they're going for. Yeah, like $200. Yeah, a little crazy. I didn't see the link that Baldini sent me yet. Oh, here, let me take a look. Oh, I don't even have it up. It's probably going to bring it up over here. Yep. So let me pull this out. Oh, good. It went over to the other screen. All right, let's see. Oh, it's still a kit though. Still a kit. It's not bad. It's about what I paid at CanaKit. So it's not bad. Comes with multiple heat sinks. The board, again, a plastic case. Comes with the power supply. Micro HDMI. This is basically very similar to what I had. So this is actually not a bad deal. It really isn't. I think I paid $159 for mine. This is less. So, and he's rated very well. So this is not bad at all. Well, thanks for doing that. You've got yours, so I'm willing to put it into the chat, which you could have done, but I will put it in there. So there are some people that are selling them at reasonable prices, which is nice. So, alrighty. And yeah, I just want to make sure at least I'm not doxing myself. Not yet anyway. Alrighty. Oh, you know what? I don't even have it on the screen, so I can't be doxing myself because I have it on full screen. All right, well, let me bring it by. I gave you guys the link anyway, but yeah, there it is. It's $144 for the kit. So it's got the heat sinks, one more than the kit that I had, and the actual, obviously, the Raspberry Pi 4, the fan, the power supply, the HDMI to micro HDMI. Looks like a nice little carrying case. Don't know what you use that for. A plexiglass case with where the fan blows out the top. Only thing is the fan is the only thing that is helping to keep it cool. There's no metal to actually expand the heatsink itself. So yeah, that's why I like the kit that I've got. But anyway, Mining King said, I just found a board for $78. Where did you find a board for just under $78? That's pretty much at, where we're at now. And where it's like retail, where it's what it's supposed to be. Let me, I'm going to do it over here to make sure that my name doesn't show up when I go into Micro Center. And it does not, because it does not show me logged in, which is good. All right, let me go over here. And let's do Raspberry Pi 4 B8 gigabyte. Remember, it's got to be the 8 gigabyte model Yeah, pretty much. I was thinking about getting the Raspberry Pi 400 until I found out that you have to have 8 gigabytes. I actually had it like set aside. So I was bummed about that. And the thing is, this is actually because it, like the keyboard, inside the keyboard, it has a heatsink, so it actually runs faster. So yeah, it's kind of a bummer that they don't have an 8 gigabyte version of that, unfortunately. Considering those are in ready supply. Yeah, I don't see anything down here. All right, let me check one other thing. Let's do not most popular, but highest price to lowest price. There we go. Yep. This kit for $114, but it is sold out. Bummer. And everything's sold in a kit. Yep. Nothing available. Anyway, they are definitely harder to get than GPUs right now. All right, let me go back to the chat. And I'll be wrapping it up here shortly. Yeah, it definitely requires a lot of upload speed. Yeah, but again, I don't know how much it like, does it all request it at the same time? Or is it more like, I don't really need, if I'm sharing that bandwidth, you know, 42 is enough. I just need to be able to burst up to 25 megabits at times. So that's why I kind of want to be able to monitor the data usage, because that way I'd be able to tell whether or not I can run another node at home or not. Actually, John Germain, I had found compute modules. I had found a 4 gigabyte, sorry, an 8 gigabyte Pi 4 module. I don't remember where I found it because I couldn't use it. But yeah, there were compute modules available, which I found like, oh my gosh, really? Like, why, if you got the compute modules, why can't you have the Raspberry Pis themselves? Anyway, whatever. Check my Discord. You guys are all hitting me up on Discord. I'll check that out and maybe put it on next week. Unboxing project. Anyway, let's see here. Any other questions before I call it a night? Been on for almost an hour and it's past my bedtime. You know, man, I think you've noticed Baldini's not here. I think it's past his bedtime. Oh, maybe he is still here. I don't know. Baldini, you still awake out there? I gotta deflect, man. I gotta deflect. So, hi Max, do you know, I'm here. Do you know how many Flux Cumulus nodes there are? Actually, that was in, let me go back to the other window. Where is it? Nope, nope. Nope, not there. There. Go here. Go down to daemon. Is it here? I think it was here. Flux node. Get flux node count. There it is. So cumulus tier, we have 3,002 cumulus nodes at this point. So yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot. So node is using between 500 kilobits per second and 800 kilobits per second. Well, that's a far cry from the 25 megabits per second that they're saying that's required. So that seems like you'd be able to run quite a bit of nodes on a 25 megabits per second upload. Have you noticed any burst stains? I'm kind of curious to see what happens when we actually score, like when it's our turn to get a block, and really curious to see what the burst speed is at that point. So anyway, but yeah, shoot, that means you could easily run 8 without a problem. And happy birthday, Mr. Baldini. And John Germaid, he indeed has a lot of ideas for pies. The guy that he mentioned, I can't think of his name. Anyway, let's see here. So S Chang says, by the way, welcome S Chang. Appreciate you being here. That's not bad because I was calculating how much of pi there will be. 719 blocks a day. I calculated 720 based upon 2 minutes, but 719 I'm sure is more accurate because it was a little over 2 minutes per block. Comes to about 1.8 million a year at today's price. Yep, quite a bit. Quite a bit. And yeah, exactly. None of them are using IP version 6. Yep. Not sure if that's that nobody's using it or the software that they have you download doesn't have you using it. I don't know. I used to be it's been a long time since I took networking classes in college, because actually, believe it or not, back in 1980 something, they did actually talk about IP version 6. John Germain, I have a Pi 4 and use it as a home web server. Very cool. Very cool. And BTC 38K in 2021, 38K in 2022. Perspective. Yeah. Didn't go down. We haven't had the crypto winter yet. Not saying that it can't happen, but think about where we were supposed to be at this point. We were supposed to be a lot lower. And, you know, if we followed the same curve as previous cycles. Just haven't gotten there. So I'm thankful for that. I mean, certainly didn't get the opportunities to buy at the low prices that we have in other cycles, but also didn't get the huge losses that we've had in previous cycles as well. Dance, shake, and bake. Let's see. Today is Pi Day. Not sure if you mentioned that. I did. 3.14159266565. There's my 10 spots. Anyway, you had no pie. Well, I didn't have any pie either. I almost had pie. I went to McDonald's today, but they had 2 deals. There was get a free pie or another deal that was a better deal. So I didn't get the free pie. Although I'm really craving one of their apple pies right now. Let's see here. Let's drop down. Follow the same curve. I thought we flattened the curve. Not talking about that curve. We don't talk about that curve here. No talking about that curve here. So Tane says that seems to be the minimum data throughput. Probably need the higher speeds when Node is used for computing or one of the many services Flux hosts. Yeah, I find it really interesting that when they do the benchmarks and they show the benchmarks, they don't have an upload benchmark. I really thought that was like odd. You know, they make a big deal about it, but yet they don't test it. I don't know. Pro Rival, what is the purpose of a VPS? It is its purpose to keep consistent connection to the node in the event of a short-term downtime. Well, VPS, basically, virtual private server. It's exactly like it sounds. You're getting your server. So it's, I mean, my Pi is a server. A virtual private server is basically saying you're sharing space on a server, hence the virtual. And basically you were getting a VM on that server. If anybody else says, no, that's completely wrong, please let me know. But that's my understanding of it. And obviously, if you're running on one of these services, the draw to it is the fact that they have a lot of redundancy that keeps your uptime higher. So hopefully you'll have less downtime. So I'm kind of curious to see what my uptime is going to be for my Raspberry Pi. But yeah, so far so good. I don't know, but there's a day for everything. So I guarantee there's a cheesecake day. Well, hey, let's take a look. When is Cheesecake Day? Let's do a quick search. Cheesecake Day. I know you guys are always like, look, we can find out what he searched. July 30th. There you go. public service announcement. Cheesecake Day is July 30th. There you go. Probably not PUBG tonight for me. I really need to do a few things. I really want to get the 2 videos that are done, but I need to get things blurred out on them. I want to get those done and get those back up as videos. Yeah, and then I got to get up early tomorrow for work. My normal second shift person wasn't there, so I need to prepare that not everything is going to be perfect at work tomorrow. So I got to have some time to fix anything that might need fixing. So I got to get there an hour early tomorrow, but at least it's a 7 a.m. start, which means you just need to get there about 6 a.m. So not so bad. It's better than the 5 a.m. start. That's for sure. We need a max voltage day. No, you don't need a max voltage day. Anyway, hey, thanks for showing up, Red Panda. I appreciate it. But hey, it sounds like Mining King is looking to play PUBG tonight if you're interested. So, anyway, might join you a little bit later for 1 or 2, but definitely want to get some stuff done after I get done here. And let's see if I missed anything. Hope everyone gets an MNTD that signed up. So I'm going to play counterpoint on that. So yeah, get a helium miner. Great. Do realize that they passed a HIP, helium improvement project or proposal that basically said there's going to be light helium hotspots, which means that the current hotspots are going to be overkill. So there's going to be lower cost hotspots that'll be coming online. Also, actually, and Red Panda did a great video on this, that there are, I think he said like 3 million back ordered helium hotspots. So there's a lot of hotspots that will be coming online. So the question is, how quickly can you make back your investment and then just be part of the network? I mean, it runs like 5 watts. I mean, that's the beauty of it. So mine has actually been doing much better. Let me pull up those numbers. Today I was at like 0.2. I mean, certainly not the crazy numbers that I once had, but not complaining. Let's do that. Pull that over here. And don't want to dox myself. All right. So right now, it came down. I had a couple of big wins, but I'm at 0.142 now. So, but over the last 7 days, I'm at 0.829. Yesterday was a big day at 0.185, like over that 24 hours. But 0.829 7 days, 1.9 for 14 days, and then 30 days I've got like 2 gaps. So it's only at 3.25. So, but get hopefully back to around, 3.5 to 4 helium per month at 5 watts. Yeah, it doesn't make a lot. I know Red Panda is totally down on helium mining, but hear me out, Red Panda. You have a device that's going to pull 5 watts. It's going to cost $400 or so, and it's going to make $40 a month. And actually even more than that. That's and I know yours isn't. Mine's closer to around average, a little bit above average, but let's just say it makes 3 helium, makes, let's just say $60 a month. The payback on it at $60 a month is like 7 months. Yeah, you're only can put 1 in your house because as soon as you put a second one, it starts, killing the profitability of it, but it's not a bad deal yet. I mean, it may become a worse deal because there's so many that are going to be coming online, and that's the cautionary tale. But it's not any different than the cautionary tale of doing GPU mining as well. It's profitable. More people buy GPUs, driving up the difficulty. It's the same argument, absolutely same argument. So definitely like what Ripan had to say, which was buyer beware, understand the risks. I look at it from a standpoint of you really have to understand where are you going to put this thing. If you don't understand the importance of location when you're replacing a helium miner, you're wasting your time. Honestly, I have 2 locations that are really, really good locations that I would like to have one for. So but that's because I know that those will do very, very well. I know what's around them. I know their elevation, all these things, that they are absolutely ideal locations for them. So that's the key. They're better locations than what I have. So I expect them to do better. Plus their transmit, what do they call that? The transmit scale on those are going to be 1, not 0.63 like I have. So, alrighty. Enough on helium, but you have to understand a little bit, and you just got to make sure that you know what you're getting into going in. You can't just put this in your house, anywhere in your house, and just think it's just going to make you money. It will make you some, and that's the other part of it, is it's complicated. There's lots of smart people that have trouble getting their miners to not be relayed. So lots of things going on with helium. I believe in the project. I think it's a good project. It's one of those, I believe in crypto projects that serve a function. Ethereum serves a function. It provides smart contracts. It provides a place for NFTs and tokens to be traded. You know, it provides that function. Same thing with helium. It provides a function. There's actual data that you transmit that transmits location data of things that are around. They're basically IoT devices, Internet of Things devices. One of them being scooters. You know, basically people can leave scooters anywhere, and somebody will look at the app going, oh, there's a scooter near me, and they would go pick up that scooter. Well, the helium network for Lime actually helps to drive that network. So I like that part of it. Oh yeah, I'm on the Great Baldini hype train. Absolutely. You missed the point of looking at my beautiful masterpiece that Baldini put together and my wife painted. She did a wonderful job on that. So yeah, my community straight up said my community isn't gonna like me. Anyway, you know what? It's the thing is, if you're not interested in it, then don't do it. I mean, that's absolutely anybody's right as a YouTuber. You know, you do content on what you want to do. You work with companies that, you know, you want to work with. It is what it is. Which I hate that saying. You're making decisions on what you want to do, and that's absolutely your right, and I think it's great. Yeah, so as long as your home internet is unlimited, which my internet is unlimited. Again, that's another one I'd like to look at, is how much data is that helium miner using as well. I could certainly look at my overall data, because Comcast does track that, but I haven't looked at from month to month to see how things might have changed. Yeah, buyer beware, but YOLO. And again, I understand helium. I understand the drawbacks and the risks. I understand all those things. That's why you do the research, you figure out what you need to do in order to make the best of it. And like I said, I know that 2 locations I have access to and can very easily put helium miners there. So, alrighty. Wow, I've gone way longer than I thought I was going to, but let me just go through. Yeah. Like the creator of ProgPow said, a very, very smart woman. Specialized hardware, ASIC, helium, FPGA only served the incentive of manufacturers. Absolutely. Yes, she is a very smart woman. Her name can be triggering, so I will not state her name here, but yes, I know what you're talking about. Yes, and hey, did everybody see Red Panda's movie? Is it good? Mining King edition. Yeah, I like that. So yeah, Red Panda says, I'm so unmotivated with helium, just the fact of the amount of people who complained, and I get those complaints, so that's why I was so negative on HNT. Yeah. So yeah, they're in a difficult situation. So you've got you've got these small companies that sprouted up and they're trying to vie with the big boys for contract manufacturing and contract electronics manufacturing. I talked to my buddy at the company I used to work at, and he says it's getting worse. I mean, you're talking 40, 50 week lead times on components. It's crazy. They're constantly going through brokers to get, basically, these aren't new parts. They're parts that were sitting somewhere that somebody sold to a broker because they were just wanting to get rid of it. You don't know how they were kept up. Yeah, they could lead to problems of, warranty issues in the future. I mean, these are not ideal circumstances, and it's extremely difficult. So I do sympathize with these companies. The one thing that I really respect from a bunch of these companies, that if you want a refund, you get a refund. I can't remember the one that Panda had done a video on. That company was reputable. They basically said, yep, you're going to pay for it up front. If you ever want a refund, just let us know. And I ended up asking for a refund. I said, this is getting ridiculous. I asked for the refund and I got a refund. It was really quick. And it was the same dollars that I put in. So it was done via dollars. I know some people paid with crypto and that was an issue because you're getting less dollars back because of how the change in crypto value. I get that. But, I know that there was at least one or two companies out there that, you were having trouble getting money back from, but overall, it seems like it's not all that bad. I mean, I like the way MNTD has done things, where they basically said, we're not selling anything until we have units. I like that a lot better. I like the queue system, the random queue system. I think that that's a step in the right direction. And the demand is definitely insane, but even if it wasn't, we'd still have some of these same problems just because they just can't get the stuff made. It is crazy. Like I said, the buddy that I was talking to, he's like, yeah, the company came back to us and said, hey, we need more of these things made. And they're like, yeah, it's a good one. You need to change your design because you ain't getting this part, and this part for a year and a half to 2 years. So you're going to have to change something. And then of course they then know, oh yeah, sure. And then they go out and they go, oh crap. Yeah, they're right. We can't get anything. So it's bad out there, guys, when it comes to electronics. There's a reason why, automotive plants have shut down as a result of not having electronics that they can install in cars. I mean, that they're the big boys. I mean, if they, the component manufacturers, they're number one on the list of getting these components. And a lot of this is common. So yeah, I feel for these companies that are smaller companies that are trying to get things done. So yeah, Parley Labs was the one I was referring to. That one was bad. Didn't even refund. Yeah, that one was bad. And I think that that's the only one that I know of that was just flat out not doing it right. Yeah, shipping costs is dumb. Yes, I know. Alrighty, let's see. Don't get sappy on me, son. What did DJ's mind say that? Red Panda. Taines was my Flux buddy. I thought you were going to be my Flux buddy with making a Raspberry Pi. You said you were going to do a Raspberry Pi node with me, and you didn't. I'm just kidding. I just had to bring up the term Flux buddy again because I thought it was funny when I said it earlier. Anyway, we are going to need our combat medic. Hey, I guess you killed somebody last night. So there you go. Anyway, yeah, that escalated quickly. Anyway, alrighty, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. I got some stuff I need to do. As always, have a great time with you guys. Definitely appreciate everybody being here. Yeah, didn't have time to set up his Flux node thingy yet. Anyway, alrighty, guys, thank you so much. Appreciate it. You guys all have a wonderful night, and hopefully have some more content out for you guys soon. And I will see you on Saturday night on Misfit Mining Live. Again, those people that just joined tonight and are now members, don't forget you do have access to a special channel on Discord under Misfit Mining and under and it's basically like max voltage only flans or something like that. So you'll see it. That is your channel. So if you need to get a hold of me, let me know. Alrighty, guys, have a great night. And again, thanks for being here. I appreciate it.